listening to Morning Light on Winnipeg's Classic 107. I'm Claudia Garcia de la Huerta, sitting in for Michael Walsh, who is under the weather today. Well, I'm kind of happy he's under the weather today because I get to be here for a great 107 Live. As I was saying to you before, the Classic 107 Concert Band Festival just ended at RBC Convention Center. It was all of last week. Hundreds of students and volunteers in there all week long performing. This week, it's the jazz band students who get to show their talents out at the Centre Franco, the Centre Culturel Franco-Manitobain, right, to get the name right there. And with us this morning, we've got members from Linden Christian School Jazz Combo.
And now from our studios in downtown Winnipeg, it's time for 107 Live.
That was awesome, you guys. That was I love it when I get to be here for 107 Lives. Before we start talking, I'm going to get you guys all to introduce yourselves one by one. You guys are welcome to move the mic. It swings over. So,
I'm Noah Hall. I play the trumpet.
I'm Grace Amadeo. I play the alto saxophone.
I'm Micah Schrader. I play the bass.
stretch over to the drums here.
I'm Anton Yuski. I play the drums.
And I'm Kayla Bergman, and I play the piano.
That was awesome, you guys. Before I talk to the students, I'm going to start with the band teacher, Mr. Weeb. Welcome to Classic 107.
Well, thanks for having us.
That was incredible. You guys were fantastic. So tell me about the band program at Linden Christian School.
So the band program at Linden Christian School starts in grade 6. We have a mandatory program from grade 6 to grade 8. And starting in grade 7, students are able to start taking jazz band as a extracurricular at lunch, and then in grade 8 it moves to the mornings. Moving into high school, we have concert band and jazz band, both as credited courses.
Oh, nice.
I think all of these guys are in the morning jazz group. So we have one group that meets in the mornings Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then there's another group that meets at lunchtime, and one that is also during the schedule in the first period of the day.
Why is it important to have that concert band and jazz band?
Well, I think like both concert band and jazz band offer different opportunities for students. Where concert band, all the material is provided already. I think it's great. Jazz offers opportunities for improvisation and soloing. So really getting students to scratch that creative itch that they might have, and kind of building those different skills. I think it's also really important. Winnipeg, along with a ton of other cities, have a pretty vibrant jazz culture here, and so I think it's important as education centers in the school or in the city that we are feeding into those programs and feeding into that culture.
Now, how much work is it for you, Mr. Weeb, for the jazz band component? I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of arranging that you have to do, picking those pieces. It's a little bit different than what would be in concert band, right?
Yeah. So there's lots of things to think about when you're choosing your repertoire. You want to look at the instrumentation of your band. Sometimes you won't have certain instruments, or you have fewer of other instruments. So you're kind of looking for a song that will fit the group really well. But honestly, I enjoyed it. It's lots of fun. I love this kind of music, and so it's fun to kind of choose some things that I like and hope that rubs off on the students as well.
So let's talk, before we start talking to one of the students here, let's talk about the jazz portion of the Classic 107 Band Festival. First of all, we're so thrilled to be part of this festival. We've been working with them for the last few years, and this is such a great event for students to play, and amazing adjudicators. Tell me about the jazz portion of it. It's a little smaller, obviously, than the Concert Band Festival last week, but what does it entail?
So similarly to the concert band, bands will come in, they perform, and then they head off to workshops with the adjudicators.
Nice.
One of the big differences between the concert band and the jazz band is that for concert band, I believe you get the same amount of time that you performed for your adjudication. But for jazz, you get twice as much time. So you get extra time, so you really get to spend lots of time with the adjudicator. They don't need to rush through anything. They can kind of relax and cover a number of different topics and ideas that came to them as they were listening to our groups, and help everyone learn something and get better.
So when does this group perform?
So this group isn't actually performing at the festival, unfortunately. They're kind of an X group that we added. We had a jazz cafe that we put on in January.
Nice.
And we needed some music for as our guests were coming in. And so kind of tapped some shoulders and asked these guys if they wanted to get together on extra early Monday mornings and Friday mornings, which they all agreed to. And Yeah, but they're all in our morning jazz, which performs Friday evening, I believe.
Very nice. Okay, let's talk to one of our students. We're going to talk to Noah, who is our trumpet player, grade 12 students. Noah, welcome to Classic 107.
Thanks for having me.
You've been voted as the spokesperson for the group. So tell me about this ensemble. What is it like playing as a part of a smaller group like this?
It's really interesting because you feel a lot more exposed when it's just like one of your instruments as opposed to like a big band, but it really gives you a chance to depend on the other people in your band, and it really gives you more. There's obviously more chances for soloing, so you really have to have faith in your abilities and it put yourself out there, which is it's a really neat experience.
I haven't heard that before from the students we've come in. So it's not only learning about trusting your mates in the ensemble, but it's also about trusting yourself and your capabilities.
Yeah, totally.
That's very nice. Very well put, Noah.
Thank you.
So how long have you been playing the trumpet?
I started in grade 6, so 6 years now I've been playing the trumpet.
And why trumpet?
I've always just thought it was a really cool instrument, and now that I learn more about it, there's lots of skill and practice that you have to put into making a really good sound, and it's a lot of fun.
Very nice. So you've been to the festival before. You're a grade 12 student.
Yep.
What do you get out of it?
It's really cool to see people who have been involved in music, and especially jazz music, for their whole lives. It's cool to see their take on our pieces and what we can do better, as opposed to like just our band teacher or anyone else that we come in contact with. So it's really cool to see those people that have spent like lots of their lifetime on jazz music to see their opinions on our pieces.
Very nice. So what are you guys going to play for us next?
We're going to play How High the Moon.
And any details about it? Any about the arrangements? Are we going to have some more solos
Yep,
here?
I'll be soloing on this piece.
All right. Okay, so I'll just let Noah come back to his spot here and let everyone get ready. We're going to hear our final piece from our 107 Live this morning. This is the Linden Christian School Jazz Combo. And take it away, guys. I was just doing a little fancy camera work. I can't see that on the radio, but if you look at if you watch this performance back at 107.com, you'll see my fancy camera work there to try and get everybody in. Thank you so much to all of you guys. Let's see if I get the names right. Noah, Grace, Kayla, Micah, and am I missing anyone? Who did I miss? Anton on drums, and Mr. Weeb, the band teacher. Thank you so much for coming. Linden Christian School Jazz Combo. I wish you guys all the luck on Friday night when you guys perform, and you're welcome back anytime.
From our studios in downtown Winnipeg, you've been listening to 107 Live, Classic 107's Intimate Concert Series, the soundtrack for your life.